All right, you're listening to the Drive-Thru with Raj, and I'm here in MerleFest. I'm actually in the spot now. I've been airing lots of interviews of people over the phone and things, and from various faraway distances. But now we're actually here. We're in a cool classroom with Noah Wall from the Barefoot Movement. Thank you for being on the Drive-Thru, Noah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, totally having nothing to do with music, we're like really getting into these chairs because they swivel back and forth.
Swivelly is fun.
And it must be distracting, yes. Or, they had a study where they gave little kids the little balls, and they sat them down and they could bounce on them. And they found that they did better in tests and things. But who knows? Maybe someone was smart when they did this. Well, anyway, back to you guys. The Barefoot Movement is, you're riding a quite a wave at the moment. You got the IBMA Momentum Award last year.
Yeah.
And because of that, you got one of the great things of all time that all bands want, and that's time and coverage in Rolling Stone. I'm totally jealous. That's an amazing thing, and they said lots of nice things about you in that article.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of out of nowhere. I mean, that was pretty cool to see your band's name, on RollingStone.com. It was neat.
And you're not a rock and roll band, but you're really creative.
Thank you.
It's kind of like, well, I'm gonna take a step back because the band is located or based at least in Johnson City, Tennessee.
Not anymore. We were in 2014. We moved over to Nashville. We lived in Johnson City. I lived there for 5 years because I went to East Tennessee State University. We had several members that went there, and so once everybody graduated, we just needed to be in a more central location, especially like near an airport and things. Which Johnson City has one, but it's teeny and expensive. So, and our new guitar player was commuting from Nashville, so because that's where we met him. So it seemed like a good move to head there. And people ask me how I like living there, and all I can say is that we're so hardly there that I don't really. I wouldn't say I've really experienced living there other than my house. Like I live in that nice little bubble when I get home and then leave for tour again. So I'm hoping to get more involved in the community, but yeah, Johnson City was a big chunk of my short life thus far, so I have fond memories there.
Now, do you do like what a lot of my touring musician friends do? Is when they come home, they just want to be home. They're very homebodies.
Because I like people. I enjoy people, but you have to be on so much, and that takes energy, You're on stage. You have to be on when you meet, when you get to the venue and meet your sound guy and all that. And you have to keep that going until after everyone's left the venue, because you go and you shake hands and meet people. And it's not like there's anything irritating about that at all. It's just that you do that, then you're in the van all day with 3 other people. So when you get home, you just need, it's like a social hangover is what I've called. Like that. I've heard people call it that. So it's for sure, but I think that can be damaging if you don't, if you let it take over too much, because I think I had the tendency to really not want to leave my house at all, but I'm trying to get out more.
You have 3 CDs now?
3 and
then there's a live one
on the way, and we have it here at MerleFest, but it's not technically going to be released until May 13th. But we have some pre-release copies.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's very nice. Is it on Airplay Direct?
Probably will be. I know that right now you can pre-order it on iTunes and get a free track. So.
Oh, that's always good.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. And is there a premise behind the new one, or?
It's just a live record. It's called Live in LA. It's sort of, I guess, a snapshot of where we were, this time last year. And it has a couple songs that are new that hadn't been released. But we'll probably record those again for the next, full-length record, get a good studio version. So it was kind of just something to give our fans something to hold them over till the next record, but also for anybody that hadn't heard us I think that it captures what we are better. We've had some, I wouldn't say I'm not proud of our studio records, but a lot of people say it's just so different from the live show. So now we have the live show captured.
Well, some people, because I've been in your shoes before, some people say, well, you're so much better live than your CDs. And I say, good, that means you'll come see us.
Yeah.
But moving on, you're playing at MerleFest. Is this the first time?
This is the second time.
Second time you've played at MerleFest, and you're playing tomorrow.
That's right.
A bunch of times.
Well, at 9:45 in the morning, so the early birds will come see us on the Americana stage, and then at 2 o'clock we'll be at the Walker Center. And then I will be over for the Hillside Album Hour. I'm singing backup with the Waybacks this year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It is going to be so great.
And you can't say anything about what you're going to be singing.
Not a thing, but I can tell you it's going to be awesome. Those guys are so gifted with arranging and what they have done this year, which I, had not really seen much of it before, but all I can tell you is this is one to see for sure. If
you're not a MerleFest aficionado, the Waybacks host on the Hillside stage the Hillside Album Hour, which is way more than an hour, actually.
Yeah.
But they play from start to finish, basically, a particular historic album. And they don't tell anybody what they're going to do, and they give these really cryptic clues, and it's driving me nuts. I have no idea what's going to be.
Well, I can be honest. I know what we're going to do, obviously, and those clues made no sense to me. So
yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, so why don't you tell everybody how to get a hold of you?
Sure. Our website is thebarefootmovementofficial.com, and you can sign up for our mailing list letter on there. We do Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all that. So, yeah, just one of those ways, or the website. We'd love to connect and hear from new people.
So, official is on the end of that.
Yeah.
Did you have someone hack or something steal your Barefoot Movement unofficial site?
The barefootmovement.com is a yoga studio in Oakland, California, and they're very gracious, but we kept getting, they get messages all the time about the band, and every once in a while we'll get a yoga message, so we tried to, separate it a little bit,
It's like this day and age when your number is just one number switched from the pizza place,
Yeah.
Well, Noah Wall, thank you so much for being a part of the Drive-Thru with Raj and telling us about the exploits of the Barefoot Movement. Can't wait to see you play tomorrow, and we will see you next time.
Thanks so much.
You're listening to the Drive-Thru with Raj.